We had the incredibly dashing from Kid Creole, dressed to the teeth and ready to talk.
Yes, indeed. Got a lot to say.
All right, August Darnell next here. Kid Creole and the Coconuts, at the Savannah Band.
Oh, yeah.
The Coconuts themselves, there's so many musical projects. They all seem to be offshoots of your own sort of persona, is that right?
Yeah, well, I guess they're all offshoots of really the mothership, which was Dr. Bazard's original Savannah Band back in the bicentennial, 1976, and we all sort of came out of that. Yeah. Yeah, so I remained a bit prolific, so I do have to dip and dabble in other productions all the time.
Don't you feel like you're spreading yourself a little thin?
Well, no, I think that when I say prolific, I say that because I am a workaholic, and I do like to keep busy. So I'd rather, tell you the truth, I'd rather be doing productions, rather be in the studio than doing anything else, either watching TV or anything. I am a movie buff, so I split the time between movies and in the studio, really.
You're a movie watcher buff, like you like studying?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely, yeah.
Now, you guys wound up in Against All Odds.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah, that was thanks to Mr. Taylor Hackford, who directed the film, also directed Officer and a Gentleman. He had seen the show at one of our live performances here in New York at the Ritz. And he liked it and got in contact with me, said, like you to be in the movie. And I said, of course, of course.
So your first
Great
movie?
Experience. It was the first film for the band, yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Was it fun for you?
Oh, it was great. 3 days of hard work, but it was great. It gave me an inside look at movie making, because I do eventually like to get involved in that, for sure. Yeah.
We're going to show My Male Curiosity, which is what you performed in the film.
Wonderful.
Now, I saw the movie. Do you want to set up sort of what has happened?
Well, it's a nightclub scene. It's a nightclub scene, and the protagonist, this is where the conflict point comes, the sort of the culmination of all the action that's come before, and we sort of set up the light moment before the dark moment.
Kid Creole and the Coconuts. This is called My Male Curiosity, and more with August. Come back. A little bit about movies. You said movie buff, and you wound up in Against All Odds. Yeah. Maybe we could talk a little bit about the next film project that the band has lined up.
Oh yeah, we lucked into a wonderful project that's going to be done in England this summer. It's our own movie, and when I say our own, I mean to say we are the stars of it, Kid Creole and the Coconuts. And it really is the story of Kid Creole's search for his erstwhile lover that takes him around the world. It's the story of the albums, you know, and the film will be called There's Something Wrong in Paradise.
So this is a fictitious thing, sort of based on...
Yeah, it's our own sort of mythology. I was a student of Greek mythology for a while, and I really loved the stories and how they wound up with morality, you know, and teaching so much, and so I decided to make my own modern-day myth, and consequently I had the Kid Creole story.
Are you responsible for the screenplay, or?
Yes, I did the first draft, and then they brought in a real writer and doctored it up, and consequently I'll have some of the writing credit, of course.
How involved, from this point on, are you going to be, aside from being on the other side of the camera, are you going to...
I'd love to. I hope that this is the stepping stone, the necessary stepping stone that will catapult me into the world of cinema. Really, I'd like to stay involved, like either whether through production or writing the music for it or acting in it. In some capacity, I'd love to stay involved.
So European audiences have really tuned into Kid Creole and the Coconuts. They really seem to just be right on your same wavelength. What do you think it is about a European audience that makes that happen?
You know, I've analyzed that for some time now, and I could, 3 years ago, I would have given you 15, 16 different reasons. Today, I would tell you, just quite briefly, it's destiny. That's what it comes down to. Really does.
I'm blown away. What can I say? Destiny. Okay. Well, we can look for the new Coconuts record, which you just completed.
Oh yeah, just finished the new Coconuts LP for EMI, which was done down at Electric Lady Studios on 8th Street. All right. And real happy with it. Real happy with it.
August Darnell, here with us tonight on MTV.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
We got a lot more to go. Don't go anywhere.
Time to party.